The RV Show USA.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome again to my virtual campfire. Alan Warren, the RV Wingman here. And as we approach Halloween, I thought I would pull out one of my appropriate Halloween shirts. So thank you for joining me today. It's been several weeks since I've done one of these campfire chats. And you may be wondering what the heck has been going on. So I'm going to try to encapsulate it, tell a very long story in just a few short minutes. I'm, as you know, a radio guy, a TV and radio guy. That's my past. And we decided to resurrect and relaunch the RV Show USA radio program. And that started the first part of this month, the first part of October, on a national syndication basis. It's a weekly 1-hour program about the RV lifestyle. And things are going really well. They are. We're picking up stations all the time, and the feedback we're getting on the radio show is good. But I wanted to let you know the difference between the radio and YouTube. And there is a big difference. For me, I love doing radio. I do. It's fast, and I love everything about radio. Except radio is not, it's not a way to connect with people in a deep, meaningful manner. And here around my virtual campfire on YouTube, I'm able to do that. You know, on the radio, we have a format, so we're strictly, limited to how many minutes we can talk about a particular subject. We can't talk about a lot of topics that we're able to talk about here on YouTube, and we can't really get into depth on as many things as we can here on YouTube. Let me know if you feel the same way. I believe that YouTube is a much more personal way to connect with people, and maybe that's why I like it so much. But I also like radio. The RV Show USA in a audio form, if you've listened to the podcast, I think it's a pretty good radio show. I really do. Just listen to the audio and compare it to other radio shows out there. It's a pretty dang good radio show, I think. However, in a video format, not so much. That's just the truth. It's the same content audibly, but visually, not so much. And I think one reason is because we lack that that connectivity, the humanity, if you will, that we do have here around my virtual campfire. So that's the difference. If you're brand new to the channel, if you've never watched the Wingman before, let me know. I know many of you are subscribers. You've been following me for a long time. I try to not be political, but it doesn't take long to see my political leanings. I am obviously an old guy. I'm a former campground owner. I've seen an awful lot. We all have our own stories, but here around this virtual campfire, I share mine. Have a question for you. What is your purpose in life? Or maybe not your purpose. Do you have a project that requires focus and attention and your time and maybe money? Do you have a project? What is that project? Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what your project is. It could be training your dog. It could be growing a garden. It could be painting. It could be spending time with your grandchild. Whatever it is, what is your project? For me, my project, besides family, my project is trying to come up with honest, authentic, real content here around my virtual campfire. Things that will hopefully help you think, hopefully help guide you to make fewer bad decisions. I don't have all the answers, but I've screwed up an awful lot in my life. And I think that by listening to others, by you sharing your stories with me, I'm able to feel better about myself. We all need a project. We all need a hobby. It gives us, I think, a sense of, self-worth. What do you think? What gives you that feeling of, man, I'm doing something right? Not just something that feels good and superficial, but something deep down. I want to know what your project is. If you don't have one, I would suggest that by having a project, it's an investment. It is, but it's an investment that will pay off big, big dividends. At least it has for me. If you are an RV owner, hopefully your project is a little bit about your RV. Going back to the radio show for a second, we have a lot of good, no bad feedback actually, a lot of good feedback from people. And some people are crossovers. They both catch the radio show as well as YouTube. I'm going to play one of those videos right now from somebody that I appreciate so much for following me through the years. And I'm going to give you my comments and we'll try to wrap it up on today's video. So here we go.
Hey, Alan. Tommy T. calling to you from the lovely city of Ventura, California. I want to congratulate you on your return to radio. I picked you up. I worked at a radio station. Obviously, you can probably hear my voice, too. And your show was syndicated through the AM station that I was doing some work for. And I followed you ever since. I've really missed the radio show. But the Wingman has been very informative and entertaining regarding dealers that I can't trust. Is the one I bought my motorhome from. I made a huge mistake of not hiring an inspector to take a look at the coach. It was a very expensive coach and was manufactured in Coburg, Oregon. It's at Monaco. It took me 2 years to solve the issues with the deficiencies in the coach, and I finally got it done. I actually made a deal with the dealer. I said, look, give me the parts and a check for the labor, and I'll take care of the rest of this myself, because every time I bring it to your shop, it comes back with more damage. Anyway, I bet that's probably a common comment. So once again, congratulations. Welcome back to radio. And this is Tommy T, over and out.
Wasn't that a nice message? Tommy T, thank you for following me, as I said, on radio as well as here around my virtual campfire. Going back to our purpose, my purpose, I enjoy helping people. It gives me great joy, great psychological income to be able to steer people at least in the right direction. And if I can't do that, at least prevent you from making some major mistakes. Remember the movie with Jack Nicholson, A Few Good Men? You know, he was the bad guy. He was the villain. But when he said, you need me on that wall. You want me on that wall. You may not like me. I'm not the most fun person to be around, but I want to be on the wall. I want to see what's going on, and I want to sound the alarm. I want to also give you some good news if I see it. But we all need people on the wall, metaphorically speaking. And I enjoy that position. I've got a lot of responsibility. I gladly accept that responsibility. If you have a question or a comment, I would love to hear from you. We're going to put the phone number on the screen. You can call me 24 hours a day. I will get back to as many people as possible. Going back to Tommy T's phone call, what does a regret feel like? Well, it feels like nothing until it's too late. An inspection is a good idea. A Monaco is a good coach. It is. It's about as good as you're going to find. But still, they can have problems. They can have issues. Tommy, I want to congratulate you if you got the dealer to actually write you a check for the labor to fix all those things on your own. That's a cool deal. But think about getting an inspection if you are not comfortable. If you need a independent third-party set of eyes to look at the RV before you buy it, think about doing it, for heaven's sake. I promise you, you don't want to regret it like Tommy T did. So, what is your purpose? And what do you think about people on that wall, the metaphorical wall? I want to be on that wall. I'm not the toughest, the smartest, the brightest. You know, when we had our campground, occasionally I would have a run-in with somebody. Most of the time they're a lot bigger than me, and big old beefed up guys, and they had a little bit of alcohol in them, and shows you how hard-headed I am. But they get right up in my face, and I'm trying to be kind and nice but respectful of everyone. And what I would eventually do is I'd say, hey, look, if you want to roll around on the ground and get in a fist fight like we were little boys, I will do that. And by the way, you'll probably kick my ass. However, when we get done, you're going to go, oh my God, that guy had something in him. I will fight to the very end for what I think is right. And I'm not always right, but I will fight. I will try to protect you. I'm not a lawyer, but I've been around the block. And I might be able to help you with your RV, maybe with a life situation. This is a personal conversation that I have here on YouTube. And I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your input. If you'd like to call, let me know how you think we're doing. If you'd like to see more of these kind of conversations, I want to hear from you about that. My number is 1-330-WINGMAN. If you put it all together, 1-330-WINGMAN. It's 1-330-946-4626. Let me know what your purpose is. And if people are on your wall, or if you like being on the wall, a lot of people don't, because there's a big responsibility that comes with that. But if you like it, I'd like to know. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you go to the RVShowUSA.com website. That way you can listen to our weekly 1-hour program. I think you'll like it. It's very, very different from this campfire conversation, if you will. All right, that's it for today. Thank you again for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, before we get out of here, have you checked out my latest RV report on buying and selling RVs? It will save you thousands of dollars and help prevent you from being ripped off. It's available right now. It's absolutely free, no strings attached. Just go to freervreport.com. That's freervreport.com.